all this while. You, Abiyafo, if you have more, Orakujo Opoku Mensah, Assistant Programs Officer from the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. Kwame Mensah, and the Regional Coordinator for Western Region Network of Non-Governmental Organizations, WERENGO. Now, Mr. Dominic Nyame, Secretary General for the Concerned Citizens of Prestea. Now, out of what I'm coming to me, Mabiyafo Akwaba.
Yeah.
Louis too is here in an observatory position. Very well. Now, BBI Boko Boko. Wonderful. That's a very powerful name. Maminchia, the Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Stephen Opoku Mensah, and Chiasun Konkomawa. Mr. Mensah, Kwame Mensah, Boko. Today is a clash of the Mensahs. Wow, that is interesting. Prestea. Bogo so kwa na yeye kakra.
Okay, bogo so je futuri won sama tare kra Michael.
Enti you see mo be certain time.
Oh, sorry 2:30.
Hey,
3:15 na me taxi me see bogo so. Na mbedu takwa kakra na mbedu ya.
Really? Wow. Anyway, my dear is for one back account on a quite yet me already. Very well. Now, I pay Yamania environmental impact assessment. Now, Anibia Obibesia say a dinkasi no. As yet, saying, your documents are good documents, Mensah and free so one age Simona so environmental impact assessment basically a day.
But that's it. Mecha what here for Yeka environmental impact assessment and environmental impact statement. Yetre Jumedia ansana project anase obi bedi jumedie bi akwan ya obefa so a obehu ensunsanso a ne project ne ebetimi enya ewo ye environment ne so ekwan papa ebenya impact ekwan boni ebenya impact enhihya wa hihye se de beya se impact bimpo ebeba obetimi esia no anase wontimi nsia no obetimi aso ano se de beya enye kese ewo nipa so anase environment ne so ni titru ne se eboa ma EP anase authority a emma tumi se obi enye project bi no wetimi ehu anase timi aboa na manetimi abopo afa project no ho na eno so boa ma nipa kra opeso ye dwumadie bi no so otimi bopo otimi plane se ni project se ne beti yae enti eno na efe na environmental impact assessment na se uye environmental impact assessment na o de krata anase document beba sa document na o de beba amaya bobo hu ni ahwe udwumadie na waye no ene efe na environmental impact statement enti enhihya obeye no eno ye environmental impact assessment uwie na okani nyina bom na ye no book baako a eno na ye environmental impact statement.
And not just a Jumedie Casabia, and I say Jumedie be a becoso, you ever say to me a hair and so a be PM, and no a big here say, I was say to me impact assessment.
No credit.
Indeed, Jumedie be
decision making too. Idea if me a boa mouth me a take good decision. Our project be so. Eboa mani pakro ye project etimi na plan emanitimi executive project no so in a manner emphasis so ebone ema.
Oh, okay, very well. But in fact we will be while the my ejumedi ahodo te say ye akwan ne ho ngaka ho.
Okay, me that say your projects bia efa ye EPA Environmental Protection Agency Act 490 1999. Any LI 1652 Environmental Assessment Regulation a church projects are ubetimi aye environmental impact assessment. Na yo share ye LI 1652 na ye wa schedules bi wom se o project ni pie wo schedule 2 a chese ubetimi aye environmental impact assessment. Ye wa schedule 5 aya chese hoye environmentally sensitive areas enti so who could dwumadie bi a tisa o ha e mandatory so be environmental impact assessment also enti dwumadie a ubedi ma menka ne se ebi obi pese odi dwumadie kese bi wo Takoradi ha Monkey Hill because hoye classified as environmentally sensitive area enti nipa kono also ye environmental impact assessment ne hwe ne dwumadie impact ebetimi enya ne otimi planning ahead no den hyehyɛ to akwam said be ya simple say money to me so onya emfansu so aso bone ma eno so boa me hu impact nso a project betimi aba ne enso etimi take decision say or say money to me no otimi de ye ana say eni kwan say money to me e ma ne ye ne dwumadie ne wo baby potin a person oye no no.
Yeah, impact assessment yɛtaate ɛfiri mbiambia ahodo a yɛto agudie na magye di sɛ agudie to mu deɛ ɛyɛnhyɛ sɛ wɔ sɛ wotumi yɛ impact assessment
No correct.
Oh, okay. Na menkɔ ɛyanya me so ɛyanya me mo ana mo mining communities na say yɛde so nsonsoaso ano ɛbɛpie free dwumadie kɛseɛ te sɛ agudie tuo a ɛyɛnhyɛ sɛ wɔ sɛ wotumi ɛyɛ impact assessment na mo mining communities anyɛ bia nsonsoaso ne bi a ɛtumi pii mu ɛte sɛn
yo mefa kwanya sumu chia tifo ɛnka society for mo yɛ activists, that is those in the mining activists, because no more can see you. The boss up question of the visa when you're here. Then there, we have a group mine since you're underground or to say, oh, yeah, Saudi Oman, you name until 2002, 13 February, Minister of Western Region, Abu Kristo underground or down. It is all just 3 months later, there is some public hearing. This is a report as a environmental impact statement in an memorial. See, as I did public hearing, and we almost started saying, no, this time no surface mine, no, who year Juma, yes, I did no. See, you move for I say, I'm pretty much yes, I did because one, Prestea also population at that time, population was about 40 something thousand. It moved about over 30,000, no my mining. If you down mining, if you see a former miner, until near him to he protested against surface mining coming to Prestea. But that time, no, we use military. No, we utilize now, we prefer so. It's a moon, and so, yes, I'm not there. No one down yet, a former group, Concerned Citizens Association of Prestea. She started saying, no, surface mining, no, maybe in Koyi, I don't need your welcome. To welcome Bema, separate by na from the Kuma Kunze, Sana this time law, no, Yaka be exploration stage. Environmental scoping nearby statement nearby public hearing and a business and MNMA. Naminia, Yakuma could do no. I am ranka I am rank Namum say Yam Fatuma a sequa. An ample Aduma make me the scoping report to me. Miss Yabi. We are some penny good ye P. I don't be much to Yamakakra. I guess I can be more you. Now look at me.
Some of them present me who and so a good year to because there's impact assessment. I saw and so okay, and so no. Now, Motiasum Gemu. Minia says you are on the Arcadia a negative aspect there overweight the positive side because Uprezi cost benefit cry. Well, winning. Nya dia yenya hwe the mayor yakra say before 2006 no the government of Ghana was receiving 10% as royalty from companies but say promotional law until as act 703 mbem no 3% na nyenya out of a lot 3% so ya dey ni na we ho so 3% ya rebi we saying what say ya rebi to saying oh Obama in area there were rocks be war at Asimwa and yes we are boss direct so say yes surface miners you trust our rocks in na we have to direct access to those thousands rocks no until the bit say arsenic to me but out if you knew technical terms no the arsenic the manganese there were nyama pi one can you say we are boss
no so say even a mining wasting crown nanka dey stand na yitu ewi abo yenye but who could do baby na betu nanka say ade stand no ewi abo ade na de kata so nti ewi na boss ni na no zoom secrets into the atmosphere nti yare de edoso sia Prestea
and mo nche den who impact assessment no home faso
oh na me dress rehearsal bi na e also because baby a companies me yadwuma no whether you like it or not omoye
really. Anyway, out of Twin City Radio 94.7, 88.1. Now, basically, your impact assessment. Home first war, ne anibia a baby near you are. And then first one, you be free. Mako Kwame Mensah and so as well. Now, on also the AD mining Semichi Bebri. Now, just before then, Paradise Mobile Phone Training School, a home of mobile solutions. I want to add to Tim Bebnu. Also school away in Yansan. Ejuma obetumi nyansa no ejuma within 3 months bosomi miansante mo Paradise Mobile Phone Training School eno na yen hyehyɛ so nkwa yɛ de abɛwade one etitim bebuno in professional courses such as software engineer, hardware engineer, phone administration na won kaka ho kai hunu as Paradise Mobile Phone Training School, a home of mobile solution. Na obetumi AU form 20 Ghana cedis or Faircon Computer Training Institute and Paradise Mobile Phones and so yahodo na some of the courses a software engineer and no 500 Ghana cedis one ever church war say na open phones ahodo na ho parts and one uses differences between software and hardware problems among others. Phone programming no hardware engineer course no it goes for 500 Ghana cedis na and also one ever church war how to use rework station and remove and replace IC etc. Basic information types of phones now phone administration 400 Ghana cedis and over how to factory reset phones and their secret codes, self-confidence, behavior and kindness, how to convince a customer and many more. And over to me Aqua Paradise Mobile Phone Training School and now with me after 02499-15724 02499-15724 and 020-9536-899 020-9536-899 and 02723-65990 02723-65990. Kwame Mensah, we've been given an overview of environmental impact assessment EIA. Now, basically, ni na say ebe so mining a good year to no a honson so aso. Na anyi bia wonso dia wodi we ni edi akire nhihye na che say de to dia you see mining dia wonu to a good year was one of fashion no anyi bia it say wondi san nhihye yi so a
yo Kwame medase am say impempi you know so about environmental impact assessment and a statement, that is the final document now. Yeah, civil society you need a dear chiripa if you say a bia yejitum say or say project bia a benya effect whether economic, social or any other effect you know on
just a bit to me
ubotom and say who fu nazi say the fu ni ba be mining. That means you see a Jew assassin if you need a compensation. And others say still na so bottom.
Really?
Whether it is positive or negative, any day yenja.
And you was impact assessment don't measure we na. No to me swano.
Me na or say to me a predict say a jumade ebedi 10 acres of land na ya just see the babe ebia mining no ebia 3 acres farming land. Say farming land there are more or major padie was and also mafu was no e was say project no it me compensate you and na ansana o ma hye ase.
Okay.
Enti ni nyina a part of the environmental impact statement. Ebia na your friend is saying river bi da ho ensuo bi da ho a eno na community no enum omunya ensuo efri. Se mine no ebenya effect was so and as benya nsunsu so was so e was say environmental document no it me provide alternative and as mo hwe kwan am betimi ama community no ensuo ansana o ma start ni nyina ye e kwan a ebepie bibi ebepie wo eye document nim Kwame before say ubehu we nyina no ehu hia say o say community na o be affected and as say stakeholders omo dwumadie no ebe kan wo mo no o se omu nyina etumi etena se na mo dwendwen ekwan a ombefa ombe hwe na omaso sa enoma no anase nsusuanso bone anase nsusuanso papa no ano anase bone no ombehwe na omo improve no edu hwe document ni mu dia document ni de ewom na issue ne se ekwan a ye fa so e develop document no mekuta ba ku bi wa ha the person
which one is that
me bodin ba bia free Kwame o most of the stakeholders na you identify no key stakeholders no obehu Mr. Soso and so NDC community chairman, Mr. Soso and so NDC community concerned citizen, Mr. Soso and so NDC coordinator. And the Mibusa say NDC MPP so by anything. Does it give a true reflection of the community representatives?
So there must be a true representation of the community.
Kwame ono na yeka.
And to me, say if there was a true representation of the community, now Mensah ko eja opoku Mensah so na eja opoku Mensah then okay.
You see, the idea of the environmental impact assessment is to find a balance between ideally two divergent ideas of protecting the environment and the growth of the economy. So that can say if we are sitting in a dear hen say you bet me a tumpon said a bear ya brabum ye bet me a d the other side and say ye dear yen d said a bear didn't soon so abundance weba and into protection the environment and so anti obi a person the project bia bia the idea ni say o person you grow your standard of living and I say your economy no enti yen so aye nipa bia tete ho no e bia na project ne poti yenya e bia mfasode enfim enti o say enso ye hwe say dwumadi a obedi no susu ampa yen so dwumadi a yedi no edin susu aso beba na eno so ne the protection of the environment no so the balance of it and na ye environmental impact assessment ehwe said the beya yebenya sustainability of the project and then the continuation of the use of the natural resources available to us including the social impact also enti over the years the yeta say they said they no more can to identify na say any public no ebedin susaso because you hear we say baby public participation abwa in the protection of the environment and our advocacy towards the environment protection. Enti ayadea ye bo modern and say ye said the beya adwinchre ni nyina betimi aboa because EIA no na make say ayadea twi ye dey strike balance into bia idea or the beba no and betimi aboa me
in the EIA no there must be the active role of the community.
Especially
an active involvement of the community.
Yes, it's not just the community, relevant stakeholders, like even civil society organization, community members, and people who are specialized in certain areas. Ideas come in the review of the EIS. Said the beya, stakeholders, need me assess a project. We got project be a ni titru ni se Ghana, Ibenya faso de fiso. Ne nsusaso bone emme overway your natural setting na ye wono.
Oh, okay. And the processing and I say yakaka EIS no yakaka bomu na ebe actually ebe draft and I say when we are EPA wo to me say one make say yembogu yenjuntumu anet say
Sir Obaka me kabibi say ye EIA na say EIS na boa ma yetimi take decision. So it is a planning and decision for the proponent and anipa obeye project no. Any EP authority na ema otumi say ubetimi akoye odwumadie no. Enti ye hwe na dwumadie no enhyehyɛ a wode atoto ho the likely negative impacts no when to me and mitigate you have not been able to demonstrate that you can be able to do that. Near share with a review of other stakeholders, we can decide that to me amount fanya ujumedi na pesa oyen.
Oh, okay. And it has happened before.
Yes. Yes.
Really? Yes. Any example you can remember?
I can't give example.
Okay. All right. Out of Twin City Radio 94.7, 88.1. Menkoja Nyame so no Secretary General Concerned Citizens of Prestea. Now, Nyame, you see EIS no ya ebekiti abo mo sansa adwen eni obakutiri mo. I was having Coben Crumo. In fact, who I also Prestea say, Anibia Munina, you are involved in the preparation of the EIA and EIS.
I'm saying, Sinyami Pase, Umbibiemo, Rufakwan Piso.
Mammy and Shem Kaka. EIS, the review of it, and our communities Nibem. The preparation of it, the onus and the responsibility lie on your person. Obedi jumedi bi etisa na as part of it because here can be bit scoping and Kwame Mensah say identification of stakeholders I include the communities ne the keka ho responsibility of the prepare EIS no nipa ko pesa odi jumedi no
and then make us say in 2004 me ufie na me video cameraman go for be by some free governor was on some program bi na me no won ko that time me share that in advocacy work na say nti me no won ko na democracy live bi farmland opening na odidi mo na me saying na odidi mo ko hospital
na you twa video
me na me twa video no omo hire me sango funu hire me
okay
nti you know about 12 year pon happen no magic cassette na from same I'm you know what you know, I'm saying 2005 in our work and buy you must the always scope report here started 2000 that time no.
Okay.
It may experience there many copy but obia na so kind there as at now no meet me aka.
Okay.
You don't to her. Oje sa book ya volume no see ya. Obe say meetings be woman na omde afafam fam say ordinary meeting cry different one omde fam say second project meeting. Na mo because I hang kakra ne January 2009. No person mo yes public forum just after the election no. Yes no. Forum no say in November. Yeah try ko say yam prima forum na mass because first project no mitigation na we na one year. Yeah ne district commander some AC Sampana ne ekoe. Yeah introduction fine. Yeah we na omde report ko ye ni mo hwe. But over Mining and Mineral Act, Section 48 of the Act now, a stability agreement. Actually, says a company be all stability agreement be until 15 years, government has no right to interfere its job. Including homo reportage now ana. No crane will be between Akasama project no as Emano. Homo tagi say NDC Galamsey leader Nakaba Odikru Nana Bibi.
Sir.
Look, if you cry a cause introduction MPO over NDC Concerned Citizen Dominic Nyame. Into which is EPA who are no say
attacked.
May government so I don't have that money to interfere their operation. Obasia one vote only for almost so abomodina to this time we lost. Tomato NDC vote only shy with DMB. It says a EPA first I book that so we the law of crime say government because the stability agreement better anyway. It company is almost too clever. Kwamba first on sad line wa unim no cry no yeah best line. Nemu adekra have kakra na say o mining community. Here for your hin. Oh yeah assemblyman. You committee but that's obviously your mining law. Because we dey cry mining for now no better now. Ti so your hin assemblyman, you committee man, chairman no wan sua. What's that? Oneka unsisi kwa nkafa so so. Ko company be yusu. Ebe yusu asay o mine. Dem no be say wa say o mine no. na okra so uni baby chi.
And the community hearing, more take active part in the community hearing.
Well, before this year, na consultation.
Okay.
Consult the community on every activity on the scoping report. But this year, government has signed up to FPIC, free prior informed consent. No, it's consultation and participation. It is time no. For maybe I was saying no, we try and so. It's a consultation and participation. It's a person detail by detail.
The also.
Now, EPS, I dare see you need views there. Yes.
Now, what money anyone will you?
Instances in the Bekasa Mema date 29 October 2006. Nanka has now, maybe I'm calling Mamuji, but lucky, Mr. Ando, executive director, he didn't want to, which is a security view. Ocean statement to cry, open with like a camera. Mr. Other day.
The people and EPA had no legal authority to stop the forum.
I say we EPA was only legal authority. Yeah, one or legal authority. So we stop the forum.
Then forum.
So forum yanka ABC na yaka no, you may be in Koyino.
Okay.
No, EPA had no legal authority.
Very well. Kwame Mensah as well. Kwame Mensah. Basically, the community should take active role and participation. Was more. Now, you heard the role of the community. A mining companies, one of the person, one of the Chiafa community, no so a binomo, mining companies, one of any DM farmer, the some communities, into one chief one so and take you on role serious. How can we rectify that, Banasa?
Yo, Kwame, let me say, OSHA EPA regulation, man. Baby, a ma proponent and as a company no crime a year lawful. Say a man of crime say Osiki community participation during the public hearing. And it is a proponent in a court. Now so bet me a desktop study. Obey me I could gather any data. Uncle community no ho uncle nanaho anaze ubiawa emrani man of crime. And no and EPA bet me enforce say you have to have a public hearing or say a public hearing in the way because a woman say or say way. And at the concerns of the community and as a stakeholders about public hearing, no, I will say, or consider to finalize your environmental impact statement. That is the EIS. Say yes, na say 1 year is idea and then I will boom run so. Now issue ne say, Kwame, process EIS document, you know, and one-off event, a process. A process would find out in Sunsansu project, who propose project in Benya community and as a Benya environment. So, and it is why involve community, you know, who understands the socio-economic and environmental nature of their surroundings. It becomes very difficult for them to also contribute at the public hearing. Because Kwame, all your documents, we won't put the say more than 700 pages. This is just 348 pages. But Shanika say, and the Uma community, you know, 21 days. Say, find kind and review any research, no more from my public hearing. Kwame, it's not enough. Moreover, say community no per document in India. Others say obeko district because law nema who can say they have to present 10 copies or so. 10 copies, you know, ebi bewo Accra, one bewo ebi bewo Accra, ebi bewo region, ebi bewo district assembly, ebi bewo nanane ne paying for. It is all your ordinary citizen. Na say open say o share document in mo. That means or say one na ukoye photocopy. Kwame, 348 pages. Citizen. Ben, and yes, advocacy na all ye or passion for advocacy. One be in the sick as a photocopy. And I mean, Sean said, oh, can not be myself, you could have 2 weeks because or sending Pafu from Timinia access to it. Enti de obetimi ayene say okwakoe photocopies. Enti there can I say the process of developing the EIA, which leads to the final submission of the EIS, the law should be changed to make community participation or stakeholder participation straight from the scoping. Time now, more identify stakeholders now, straight from the scoping to the preparatory stage, to the public hearing, to the final document. In between the public hearing and the final document, I still think, say, after community had made their input into the EIA document, the final document should be sent back to the community to validate
examination. Okay.
Whether the concerns they raised were
have been captured.
If they were not captured, reasons should be given as to why they were not captured. Because there have been instances where communities had raised concerns, and when the final document comes, it's the same document. I will give you a typical example. The Tallow Jubilee Field, and I'm saying it, the Tallow Jubilee Field. We share the environmental impact assessment now. Go on my website, they've changed it as environmental impact statement.
The same document.
Maybe environmental impact statement. If you click on it to download it, you see that it will download and it will have environmental impact assessment. Meaning that nothing was changed. They just picked the document and dumped it there.
Out of Twin City Radio 94.7, 88.1. Interesting revelations. Now, I before only if you have more, Kwame Mensah, Moten and Kaono, the coordinator for WERENGO, Western Region Network of NGOs. Now, Urakoyo Opoku Mensah, Assistant Programs Officer, EPA, Ura Dominic Nyame, Secretary General, Concerned Citizens of Prestea. Like I said, we might have to do a sequel of this program. Now, just before then, in 21 days bemu what is the 21 days?
Before sir to say the minimum day kind public hearing. But before say my main church and some kaka as part of Obia develop EIA, there's processes and community engagement, especially the French communities. I don't think there has been anyone which has been isolated. Part of the reason is that the idea of the EIA is not to favor the proponent or the community, but to ensure sustainability of the projects and ensuring the environment is also protected. Mamin can say, Abra EIA yan ni ye and I say yan shadanye EIA no. And soon so the banner ye a chrono and as on mining na to put it in maybe in English terms, when the EIA is ignored, conflicts and problems are created for the project implementation and sustainability. And the idea in here communities and our French communities are consulted, and me assure say every project in terms of even the scoping na miniane ka say ebia public hearing nkwa na ye dwumedia eta engage
lawfully general public
as in the document, as in the law.
Yeah, it's just
my main church kaka before so be by EIA also yes scoping. Na scoping there. Scoping or identify avenues projects are impacting, and part of it is the community. So if you say lawfully, the public hearing which has the legal requirement, but the scoping also is a legal requirement. So it is not that the communities are not engaged. The idea is to ensure that the community are aware of the project and bring them together. The idea of public hearing is to bring the proponents and then the communities or affected people together for them to dialogue, where we institute an independent panel to be able to assess views normally and the response that the project implementers no so de beba na so omuwia the panel submits the recommendations to EPA, which we ensure that proponents and answer nipa ko person ye projects no or they are ashamed. And the community engagement is lawful, and even if they said they all can and this a public hearing na ye 21-day notice na and therefore say 21 days in your fakan nama comment, but we can take comments as long as your publication, because your publication said that amount.
So you can take comments after the 21
yes.
days. Now, what is the essence of 21 days now, Yamano?
Oh, one say ubedi jumedi ebia na to say the minimum day kan ebia wabeshia community no ebia manshadante de na mini ho enti de ba publication ba national dailies nim 3 times. Say obi peso ye dwumadie say obi peso ye dwumadie say o ho asem kan na bibia ma EP anasa authority na eye in charge no asonte na ye banso a ye church ama nipa ko peso ye project no church say ne project no say no peso ye ensunsuaso say ni say na ebetimi dia aba na say na ma ye say de be ya asem post ensunsuaso ne ba metimi dia si ano kwan na community na ka say oh yesha antisa say and I say now one aspect of the public hearing is ebiana proponent to say the Kwame Mensah kind watch say oh you buy you share community no you share and as part of it you would have to compare that to the reality. Say in reality, did those consultations go on? And as part of the public hearing, these things come out for us to be able to address and take an informed decision.
Say we might have to do a sequel to this and next week, but maybe a quite on tomorrow na ebia as I'm can be or as in say be or 031-708-1101 number with me after 031-708-1101 eno number also fra obetumi aba enframa mu o asem bi se bia e wo hormo erefa ye nkomodie no ho a 031-708-1101 exactly at 9 we'll go for the headline news, and when we bounce back we'll be going into other matters na menko inti ejo poku mensa na say ye kanu na eja Kwame Mensah eka ese emiripi ye EIS na ebewie chire na ye kwaya public hearing some because so is not captured in the EIS na anyibia as the EPA realized that toribia nsem bi tse ikoswa
me da say ebia oka tulo de no ebia he's making reference to the site of Tulo, but the EIS of Tulo and so the EPA your website where you can really verify whether they did the input or not. And I think the input was whether Maminka Asem Kaka efa EIE any public engagement no ebia ya dwumbe se MPP ne enfensu so bia ma ba mamen cite examples bia ensunsaso a enam engagements no edema projects no etimi edimu na a filling station bi on say ka emranim no filling station keke en here so be the full environmental impact assessment, even though so be environmental assessment of it omo environmental impact assessment and ben VRE substation wachimota na enam public engagement and a public hearing actually mo say omuntimi nye no ho agese omujai ho no mo relocate ko ba before
from the public hearing no?
Yes, so there was another instance bin so ana obi ye coastal na ne skill na annoying after the public hearing and engagement no ekoba say ni project skill not so by 50%. And there have been strides that we have gained by engaging the community. Let me say this: at no point na a country can grow well, and I say betimi enyini abrayan fa relevant stakeholders, civil society, any fringe communities any nkita ho. Na me gidi say nkita ho na ye din ebra yet in your mass no.
Abajo fa call you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Abajo Twin City Radio ni.
We the Damascus church. Gabita for so. Anyway, chief winner.
Yo. Na ya fra say na wo free hi.
Be pastor. The first the winner book of road.
Yo.
Come on, no. Share takwa. Ya na so ma mo be share. Why this? On number. No mo do so mo no. It is easy for us to know. So you say go to
Oh. You're line article. Wow, 0317081101. No, or change in us in Biswa. Could you man see na men call Yamaso? I'm saying, I'm required.
The American say, you may be limitations kakra ho. Na, my main can say, sometimes Mr. Mensah Eka BB say, ebi a document ne bana ebi kwa ni capacity a ebetimi de ate document na asekese na etimi am making informed consents and comments on it. Elintina sometimes any gi say yenya civil society organizations are omonso boa me etimi build the capacity of the communities to be aware of things in the EIS so that we betimi make good comments so that we can dialogue. So that at the end of the day, we make an informed decision about a particular project.
Very well.
I'm saying, you know, I was
telling you a community, no, a train or arguing by BB so to me, it's a project. Corona.
Yeah, train, but it's a sign until I don't know. In 2005, Prestea project now a plan of no. Demonstration, EPA, Chopu Company, say, rectify our program no. It was October. Just 31 days na EPS na ma kwan so mo nyaduma. Omo nyaduma no project fort be pemene. Omo anye. Enti Christian no ye de ani ato say nia owa ka de pen no sunsun no suro no. Ye di EPH o mo nyaduma no be ye. Mo anyo di mo be ye. Enti amaye banglos yaka edifices are now company the down underground building Prestea out. In I say company by on the yes come by Prestea mobile Prestea because a better future. They do baby now ba kese wakan. You do baby now let's forget about past and move forward.
Very well.
This is where Mr. Company they will come baby I did here pa yesu. Omo person come on that area. La 2011 they did next year some 2 winning. As make us actually point and could see what's on Befexi. I don't say probably here now March 2011 you should not mind it. Only locate police station. Next
week. You better ask next week. Na Yamra and Kwame Mensah next week we'll continue with it. Yes, because there are a lot of issues we might have to take a look at. How to ensure, say, public hearing and some of the coso ever hold Yadibe Juma. Now, next week, Yabatwaswo. But Mr. Nyame will still be with us. As I say, another Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, for human rights abuses in mining communities. And Mr. Nyame will still be with us on the next segment of the show. You've been hearing Mr. Kwame Mensah, Assistant Programs Officer of the EPA, Mr. Kwame Mensah, coordinator of WERENGO, and Mr. Nyame, who will join us again in the next segment right after the headline news. In order for Twin City Radio 94.7, 88.1, it's time for headline news. Thank you so very much. Next week we'll be continuing with a discussion as some matters have arisen.
When I call over your body, all along you love it. When I call over your body, hey, I just want to
listening to the biggest and best Twin City Radio 94.7, 88.1.
Asem BBC, Asem Kessie BBC. Wajeje mi ama efe na wati emu debi. Hey, mi nengu meji min so min sa shishe baby. Ose ayamiya, mi se shana wakoka. Ochina susu tu